G'day everybody, welcome back to our playthrough of Starfield. We are in Jemison, New Atlantis, specifically in this building, the SSNN News Network, or well, I guess it's SSNN, which is Settled Systems News Network for short.
Welcome to SSNN.
I guess HQ or communications building or whatever it is. Anyway,
Hi, mister.
We're in there because we needed to hack one of their terminals to essentially send out the broadcast of the sounds that Kelton was researching for calming the tree down. So we've done that. We have actually discovered as well that you can reveal a whole bunch of secrets to one of the SSNN workers or reporters. I don't know if she's actually a reporter or not, but you know, she was asking us if we knew any scoops, and you know, sure enough, we do actually know quite a few secrets, so we had the option to actually reveal a lot of those things to her. Don't know what that would mean and how that would change the game world. My guess is that it probably won't change the game world too much. We could potentially make enemies with certain factions, I feel, if that was the case, but anyway, doesn't matter. I'm not really interested in looking into that just yet because, well, I sort of want to complete the quest line with Kelton. I'm feeling like this could potentially be the very last part of the quest line. So let's see how it goes.
We've done it! I'm already seeing reductions in the strength of the vibrations. The tree is calming down. I can hardly believe that worked.
Well, what happens now?
I don't know. We've been in uncharted territory this whole time. That doesn't stop now. With the immediate crisis hopefully over, I can slow down and review everything we've learned. And certainly, I'll be keeping a much closer eye on our friend going forward. And you have saved this tree and advanced our scientific knowledge of our environment. Noble work across the board. You have my gratitude and that of every citizen in New Atlantis. Though they don't know it.
Okay, there we go. So I guess Kelton must be pretty happy about all of that, and nothing dire is going to be happening in New Atlantis as a result of these trees. So it's a good thing. I wonder if we could reveal this story to the SSNN guys. But I am actually now curious about that. So why don't we just head back there, and perhaps maybe we can talk about one or two stories and then we'll see what happens. We haven't really explored too much of the commercial district either, have we?
Finally back with our son.
I don't know, sometimes you look at a lot of these buildings and you think, am I actually going to get a quest line from, you know, going in there, or am I not? What's going on here?
Unfortunately, I'm not authorized to make appointments myself.
Oh yes, that's right, we have spoken to her. Oh, this is enhance, we probably don't need to be there. Yeah, I suppose with a lot of the quest lines, it's just, you have to sort of get lucky with meeting someone who might actually have a quest for you. A lot of other RPGs, the way they do it is, you know, they have like a map marker somewhere to tell you that there's a quest line going on, or potential side quests that you could pick up. So things happen a lot more at random. Where is SS? Oh, there it is. can't remember if I've spoken to
Welcome to Whetstone.
Alara Catrango. I think this is a restaurant, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Actually, we have spoken to her. She's interested in, you know, like various alien meats and stuff for cooking. Which, you know, I don't know. I don't know if I really want to...
Welcome to SSNN.
David. It's going to happen.
A fangirl.
David's amazing. And I hear he's single.
Yeah, we've heard about this David person from
I've just got a
Nadia.
feeling about you. You have a story to tell.
Okay, let's share one
Do you
story.
have a story for me or not?
I have an inside story about the death of Ron Hope. Okay, I was at the Terramorph attack on New Atlantis. I have information about the Galbank robbery on Aquila City. Captain Petrov's ship, the Scow, was robbed. We robbed it. What stories are you working on right now?
I'm working on an investigative piece about some of the businesses in the well right now. Trying to get a handle on how things are in that part of the city. I'm not sure the story will get off the ground, though. I asked the higher-ups if I could go down there for some interviews, but they said it's too dangerous. They'd probably be all for it if David asked.
You think anyone would read something like that?
I wouldn't be writing it if I didn't. Most people in New Atlantis like to pretend the well doesn't exist. I think it's important to call attention to what's going on down there.
I agree. Okay, well, I'd be willing to do the interviews for you.
Really? You sure? The well's a pretty dangerous place. It might be too much for a first-time reporter.
Well, we're not a reporter, are we? If I help you out, will you give me credit as co-author?
Who do I look like, David Barron? Yeah, I'd give you credit for your work. Credits, too. I have a small budget for things like this.
Alright, well, consider it done.
Great. I had 3 interviewees in mind. Teresa Mason, the owner of Kay's house, Henrik Zoran at Apex Electronics, and Nurse O'Shea from the medbay. You don't need to ask too many tough questions. I just want to read on how their businesses are doing, and how things are in the well. I really can't thank you enough.
I think we know 2 out of 3 of those people.
If you've seen something interesting, let me know. If it pans out into a full story, you'll be compensated.
Let's talk about... this one here. The Crimson Fleet attacked an Argos mining facility on Vectera.
Looks like some Crimson Fleet brainiac figured out it's easier to hit stationary targets than dogfighting in the field. And you are an eyewitness with the courtesy to find us instead of being chased down. Refreshing. So what were the pirates doing there? It's not their usual MO.
Oh, yes. I'm not quite sure I have heard this entire story.
Constellation commissioned the dig. The Crimson Fleet wanted the proceeds.
Bad blood between the fabled Constellation and the Crimson Fleet? Has all the markings of what we in the SSNN call a story. So what's your role in all this? Part of a tour group?
I work for Argos, now I'm with Constellation.
Wow, an actual member of Constellation graces my office. Do we bow? Maybe smoke a pipe? So we've covered the basics. How about any harrowing tales of daring do? How'd a bunch of miners triumph?
We had help. Barrett and a member of Constellation and his robot Vasco.
How heartwarming. Constellation banding together with some dusty miners. I like it. This is a good local story. Plucky miners band together and punch above their weight. If you ever get more stories like this, drop by. And take this to cover any incidentals, or other creative ways to pad out an expense report.
Okay. We don't really get a lot of credits from that. Only 1,600, so don't know if it's worth all the trouble. There's some kind of an elevator here. We've been through here before. Commercial district, lower level. I mean, we do need to take the transit line anyway. Which is apparently not here. As we do need to get ourselves to the well. That's on the other side. Very nice secluded spot here. Surprised not a lot of people are around enjoying the view. But anyway, we get ourselves through here. I wonder if you can actually jump into the tram network area. I think you can. Can you get back out though? It's a question.
Oh! Need a moment to walk that off?
I need a moment to get out of this place. There we go. Righto.
I'm thankful these rides are quick. I do not like being in small, enclosed spaces with many people I do not know.
Okay, so 3 people. The electronics shop. I think we've seen the electronics shop before. Like a long time ago. Never really came back. But yeah, let's quickly have a chat with all these people. Get these interviews done. Theresa Mason.
Everyone? No shortage of hungry mouths to feed around here. Keeps us on our toes. Nothing else?
With SSNN, I'd like to ask you some questions about your business.
Absolutely. I'm sure my mom would be proud to have the place featured in an article. What's up?
How are things in the well?
Same as ever. I've lived in the well my whole life, and things have never really changed. The UC government promises to clean the place up every couple years, but there's still just as much crime and poverty as there was when I was a kid. That's why Kay's house is so important. It's the one place people in the well feel safe. Be sure to put that in the article, okay? I'm really proud of it.
Will you tell me more about yourself?
Yeah, sure thing. I'm Theresa Mason, and this is my home. My mom's the Kay who founded Kay's house. I grew up here along with the business. My mom passed the place on to me when she decided to retire. Running it is my pride and joy. I've put everything I have into it.
I'd like to know how things have been with your business lately.
Business is steady, as usual. We don't tolerate violence or disrespect, so a lot of folks like to spend time here. The only thing that's worrying me is a new group of customers I've seen hanging around lately. They've been watching the UC surplus store pretty closely. I have a bad feeling they might be planning something. Kay's house has a reputation as a safe place. I don't want to be associated with that kind of thing.
Okay, well, I'd be happy to look into it for you.
Honestly, I'd really appreciate that. I'd feel terrible if something happened and I hadn't done anything to try to stop it. Why don't you come by when you have some spare time? And we'll talk it out.
Alright, I think that should be enough to go on.
Great. Let me know when the article comes out, will you? I'd like to read it.
Alright, not good old Antonio. It is Antonio's place, right? The surplus place? Yeah, it is. So yeah, we better do something about that, actually. So, we can complete our interview first and then come back and have a chat with Teresa again. So we need to speak to the nurse here.
I've got limited resources.
Talia O'Shea. Is she a nurse or is she a doctor? I thought she was a doctor, but anyway.
We're doing the best we can here. That's all we can ever do.
I'm with SSNN. I'd like to ask you some questions about your business for an article.
A journalist? That's a surprise. Most people don't think anything that goes on in the well is worth writing about. I'd be happy to help if I can.
So, how have things been in the well recently?
Things are always the same in the well. Violent and dangerous. I swear I treat more injuries here than I did when I was a Navy medic.
Will you tell me a little bit more about yourself?
Sure, if you'd like. My name's Talia. I was born and raised right here in the well. I've been the nurse here at the med bay for over a decade now. Once upon a time, I was a combat medic for the UC Navy. When the colony war ended, I came back to the well to put my skills to use for the people here.
I'd like to know how things are going at the med bay these days.
Things are always rough at the med bay. I'm the closest thing to a doctor that the well has, and I can't treat everyone. The last few weeks have been especially bad. There's some kind of infection going around, and a lot of kids down here are catching it. It just breaks my heart to see.
I'd be happy to help out with that.
Oh, you're sweet to offer. There might be something you can do, if you're willing. Let's chat again when you have some time to spare, alright?
Okay, cool. I think that should be enough.
Alright, dear. You let me know if there's anything else I can do for you.
Sweet, okay. Even more quest lines that we can sink our teeth into. And there I was a few episodes ago, sort of thinking that we had run the well dry, so to speak, of a lot of side quests. I guess I haven't really explored New Atlantis enough to say that. We have spoken to Vincenti.
I help out Henrik from
Vincent.
time to time. Not very
Vincent
often
Salinas.
these days.
Let's have a chat with Henrik.
No loitering, okay? I don't have the patience for it.
I'm with SSNN. I've got some questions for you.
A reporter? Fine, but I'm only talking basics. I don't like people snooping around my business.
How have things been in the well recently?
How the hell do you think? Life's a mess down here. I'm not holding my breath for it to get any better.
Will you tell me more about yourself?
Name's Henrik. I own Apex Electronics. That's all I'm willing to say to some nosy reporter.
Alright, alright. How are things going at Apex Electronics?
Door's still open, isn't it? That's my idea of success. Sorry if you were hoping for something more flowery.
Alright, well, I think that's all.
Great! Now why don't you help me out and buy something? I scratch your back, you scratch mine.
With an attitude like that, no thank you.
Mind me. Just a weary man.
Alright, so let's go back to Nadia, see if we can report back on the results of the interview. And from there, I guess we do have a couple more side quests to go with in the well. We don't have to do them immediately though. I'm thinking of going and returning to some of the constellation stuff that we've been, you know, ignoring for quite a while right now. So that's the plan anyway. And I think since we're in New Atlantis, I believe we do actually have to go back to the lodge to do something there.
Ever run into spacers?
You have another story for me? If you have a new story for me, I'm very happy to pay your fee.
I've finished interviewing the business owners in the well for you.
Hey, that's great! Thanks so much. Did everything go all right?
Everything was fine.
Glad to hear it. I'm looking forward to reading through your notes. I can't thank you enough for helping me out. I'll send you a copy of the story if it gets published. There's nothing like seeing your name in print.
Alright, sweet. Just a small reward. Bit of XP. Not bad. Then we've got still all of the options to go through. What's David Barron really like?
Dear Lord, everyone wants to know about Baron. He's a smart guy. He cares about what he's reporting. He's way too damn cozy with the UC, and that's a problem for us staying impartial. My biggest beef with him is he's credited with everything he reports, and he doesn't lift a finger to correct that impression. Hope to see you again.
Okay, so I guess he might have quite a lot of lackeys just doing the dirty work for him. Right. What's going on over there? There's a little section down there. With no people though. I guess it's not really a point of interest. You have a small waterfall. I wonder if that's actually a dam. Alright. Let's get ourselves to the lodge and let's finally do one of these. So there's Unearthed. Go to Nova Galactic Research Station. So the emissary has given me a key to a base on Luna, Earth's moon, saying I'll learn more about the artifacts if I investigate. And there's this, returning to the lodge and telling them what we've learnt about the Unity. Let's actually do that one first. And I'm not entirely sure if there are more temples. It feels like there should be more temples, to be honest, because just looking at this, there seems to be quite a few slots that haven't been populated with any specific ability. Let me just double check that. Excuse me, double check that we don't have any. Oh yes, there's this. There's Power from Beyond, and that's located in Indum 2, so we can probably go there sometime soon as well. Oh, okay. Seems a little bit bugged out.
Comfort in the idea that the odds of something killing us here are at an all-time low.
Okay, here we are, finally reporting back to our friends at the lodge.
Mateo told us about your pilgrim's voyage.
You found it, didn't you? The meaning of unity.
There's an infinite number of me out there. I feel sorry for all of them. Barrett's alive. A version of him. From another universe.
What? It can't be.
Our colleague is alive in some alternate dimension? Am I hearing this right?
Let's take a step back. This is everything we've been building towards, and the implications are a lot to take in. Could you explain the part about multiple universes one more time for everyone?
Yes, I wouldn't mind a little more detail.
I met a version of Barrett. He told me the Unity creates the Starborn, and they can cross universes.
And that's why the Starborn want the artifacts so desperately. They're the keys to unlocking the infinite.
I don't even want to think about the physiological changes you'd need to travel between universes. Plus what it would do to the mind? Enlightenment? Or oblivion? Like the Hunter.
You have the opportunity to reach the closest thing to your god that might exist. And you're second-guessing it?
One doesn't approach the afterlife without some trepidation.
This is our mission, to go into the unknown.
You're right. We have to see the Unity for ourselves.
I know this has been a lot for everyone to take in, but we finally have answers. Let's make the best of them.
Not to make a sharp turn in a grand tale, but I got the eye fixed up. Bruised, but still blinking. Let me know when you're ready to follow up on what it's seen.
Okay, so we do need to speak to Vlad about the eye, I guess. I mean, he's just here though, so...
These last glimpses from the eye are from the farthest fringes of known space. Could be the only remaining pieces outside the hands of the Starborn.
Remember when deep space was our only problem?
Aye. The blackest sea seems less of a concern when there are sharks leaping out at you.
Thanks, Vlad. I'll follow up on these.
Catch a smile out there.
Okay, so we've got a couple more artifacts to go, I guess, before we can achieve the Unity. Let me take a look. Yeah. Locations for artifacts, good. I think we should go to Nova Galactic Research Station and try and understand what the Unity is. Well, actually, we don't really understand the Unity at the moment, right? Like, we might actually have to experience it for ourselves. The emissary has given me a key to the base on Luna, Earth's moon, saying I'll learn more about the artifacts as I investigate. So we're going to be learning a little bit more about the artifacts, maybe even learning a little bit more about the Unity if we go here on this base on Luna. So I think that's what we'll try and do. Nova Galactic Research Station. Let's do it. I feel like we've come across the name Nova Galactic several times, but not actually met anyone from Nova Galactic. Perhaps maybe they're like an old world, like
that such an old structure would be in this shape after over 100 years.
colony war era group, perhaps. Got our shotgun ready, just in case. Yeah, I guess we just need to make our way inside. Alright, anything here worth looking at and taking? I really hate that a lot of the normal notepads look very, very similar to slates. See? I mean, they look so much like slates. You always think, oh, is that a slate? Moonbase Slate 1.
Nova Galactic Project Log, Principal Engineer Lang Shu. Voltaire is being reconfigured for this new initiative. The math we're being asked to crunch is ambitious, even for a supercomputer. We might as well be asking it to count every grain of sand in every desert on Earth. Who bridge on equations. Our partner isn't being very open about it. Every question I have goes through some discretionary channel. I'm surprised we even know we're working on a ship.
Working on a ship? What? Collect all the slates. Yeah, well, I think that's the intent here. See if we can find some more. There's another.
Voltaire really is something else. A supercomputer so powerful they put it on the damn moon to keep it cool. Although by that logic they should be running it purely in the vacuum of space. But hey, good marketing material. I've been spending some off hours running some dumb simulations, just because I can. My favorite so far is simulating the sound of every duck on Earth quacking after receiving a piece of bread. You didn't know you wanted a real-time sim of feeding all the ducks, but now you have it. You're welcome, humanity.
What? So you can simulate feeding all of the ducks on Earth? What? So they're building some kind of a machine that maybe can take glimpses into all of the versions of the universe or something like that, maybe? I don't want to go to the main objective just yet. Sure, let's unlock a master crate, shall we? Why not? Since we're here. Hopefully, it'll be worthwhile. Come to think of it though, we are running quite low on digipix. That could work, but could work for the next line as well. Guess I could use this for the back line. Excuse me. Yeah, let's do that. There we go, not so bad.
I hope you can succeed at that before we are discovered.
Oh, I don't think there's anyone here, Andresia, so relax. So there's slate 6 there.
When I accepted the assignment up here, we were told to bring a couple of personal items. Some psychological study said it helped when you're away from Earth this long. I brought my grandmother's old abacus. I would play with it on her lap, and she'd teach me the Russian for all the numbers. She, just got word that she passed. The next shuttle isn't for 3 months, so I won't be able to go to the funeral. Goodbye, Babushka. Thank you for teaching me math. It brought me to the moon.
A good grandma, that. Good babushka.
It would seem that the occupants left in a hurry. Hopefully for no reason we need to be concerned about.
Yep, I agree with you on that. Let's just focus on the slates first.
Okay, confession time. Being single on a moon base is the worst. I only get like an hour to use the communication link to Earth every couple of days. And let me tell you, there's long distance dating, and then there's like long distance dating, you know? Oh, hey there, I'm a scientist, deadly employed, willing to take you out for coffee in like 6 months when I'm back from space. It's not a great opening line.
You seriously can't get a date? You're an astronaut.
Hey, no one asked you.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I like people, you know, just sharing all of their little pieces of their day-to-day lives and stuff, but I'm more concerned about, you know, what they were researching here. Some of the slates have been insightful, and while others have been less than so. Galacticat. Maybe in here somewhere? Oh, actually no, this just connects back. I guess this is everyone's like crew quarters or something. Oh. They've got the slate in the toaster? What?
You ever get jealous? You know, the crew in the shipyard? Building the actual vessels that are gonna travel the stars?
We're literally on a base on the moon.
Oh, come on, Sabina. I'm trying to share my dreams here.
Well, your dreams are always out there and never here where the rest of us live. Can't you just be happy doing your job?
Where's the fun in that?
Building the ship, traveling the stars. I mean, we already have ships traveling through stars. Alright, there's one more over here on the desk. Whoops, didn't mean to use that immediately. Oh well. Oh, okay. It's not a toaster, maybe. It is a digipick holder. Not digipick, sorry, it's a slate holder.
Nova Galactic Project Log, Principal Engineer Lang Shu. I admit, this is not the most disciplined team I've ever run. Malcolm keeps stealing computational time on Voltaire and thinks I don't know this. And Sabina's been distracted lately, but won't tell anyone why. I really should demand answers from both of them. But honestly, I'm too preoccupied with this contract. We all are. Despite anything going on in our personal lives, there's something special about what we're building here.
Alright, and that's all of the slates. Unfortunately, it hasn't exactly enlightened us too much about what's happening here. There's something else going on here. Moonbase key. Yeah, okay, that's probably just going to take us back outside, maybe. Alright, let's check the terminal, or the computer rather. Restricted equipment key. I'll take that. So, whatever this Voltaire is, we should be able to learn a little bit more. I want to remind the research team that Voltaire is a highly proprietary supercomputer that is currently being contracted exclusively for the use in Project Prism. It is not meant for your own personal projects. Yes, it's amusing to see just how many decimal points of pi it can calculate, how many bits of encryption it can brute force, or whether you can simulate table tennis with a perfect aerodynamic simulation, but there will be time for that later. For now, I need everyone concentrating on hitting our deadline. We're developing exciting new aerospace technology with our partner and client. That should be more than enough to keep anyone from being bored. Okay, and Project Prism. We're happy to announce that the first test launch of Project Prism will be held today. I would like everyone to suit up and join us on the roof at 9 EDT. Reminder to please sync all watches to Eastern Daylight Time. Our partner will also be on radio for the launch. We'll be recording the event, so be on your best behavior. Alright, and from that, we now need to play the recording on the roof. Right. Have we finished exploring this entire place though? I think the upper levels are all okay. We have that key that we just managed to grab. I'm not sure what that unlocks exactly. Don't see any more doors. Unless there's another structure outside the base that we need to go to. Let's explore a little bit before we go to the rooftop. I don't really see any more structures that we might be able to go into, so yeah, nothing. Alright, let's head to the rooftop, see what happens there.
Engine spin-up time almost complete. Total time 5 minutes 22 seconds. Right on schedule.
How are the helium-3 valves holding, Nova?
We double-checked the leakage concerns this morning before the launch. All signs green.
Any changes to the calculation sequence from Voltaire?
No changes since we uploaded the last figures yesterday. It's a clean shot from here to Jupiter.
One day the computer will be on board the spaceship. Just imagine that.
One miracle of science at a time, Canaveral. Counting down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Canaveral. Are you reading?
All clear, Nova. Indicators look good. The ship should be cruising Jupiter's orbit right now. Visual confirmation will be possible in 32 minutes. Afraid the speed of light is on the slow side these days.
How does it feel to break the laws of physics, Canaveral?
We're all pretty excited down here in NASA, I won't lie.
Excited enough to tell me where you got the original data?
Not in a million years, Nova.
Go to NASA? What? We're going to NASA, guys. Interesting. I didn't even know that NASA still existed in this day and age. Alright, alright. Well, that was kind of interesting. Basically, this base was sort of spearheading GravTech. Grav jumping technology. And I suppose they succeeded with that. And soon after, I guess, the disaster on Earth happened and people had to move away, colonize the rest of the systems. Well, the rest of the systems in the relative area. I'm sure at this point we haven't even explored our own galaxy, right? Alright, let's get ourselves on board, let's leave, and we need to get ourselves to NASA, wherever that is.
Prepare for liftoff.
Apogee kick complete. Orbit steady.
Oh, and there's a Nova Galactic Star Yard here. I can't say if I've actually been to this Star Yard before. Oh, maybe we have been to the Star Yard before. I might actually just board just to check. Because I remember we did land on a Star Yard and it was completely empty. But there was no real sign of a struggle or anything like that. I remember that. Oh, actually, well, there is a sign of a struggle here. Oh no, yeah, we have been here. We have been here. Pirates in here. I remember we couldn't really unlock one of the doors and stuff. Take the digipick, yes please. Alright, but I don't think I'm gonna explore any further though. We have been here, unless things have sort of respawned. Digipick there. Need all the digipicks we can get right now. Alright. Let's board again. Oh, my bad. My bad.
Clamps released.
Alright, let's check on where we actually need to go for visiting NASA. Alright, well, I guess they don't exist in this day and age. We're literally going back to Earth and visiting
Good to go.
remnants of NASA, I guess. Oh wow, look at that. A space launch center. And they even still have, like, an old rocket attached. That reminds me of the ECS Constants, because they essentially traveled extremely far away before GravTech was developed, and they essentially just used conventional drives to get to Paradiso, right? So the trade-off with that, obviously, is it would have taken them like hundreds of years to get there, and it's only the next generations that really survived. Okay, so we need to find a way inside, apparently.
To think that towers like this were once absolutely essential to ensuring our survival. And now here they are, buried and forgotten.
I was gonna say, actually, before we sort of understood the revelation that was being presented in front of us, but our companions just don't stop jabbering, do they? Which
Perhaps
is
an elevator will allow us to access what lies beneath all this dust.
really annoying. Really annoying, especially when you're trying to listen into something or interact with someone. Power cell. Would there be a power cell lying around? Or are we supposed to just make our way inside from a different point? Or are we supposed to craft a power cell? Is that even something that we can do?
The temperature is unreasonably low here. We should not stay long.
Apparently I need to talk with Andrasia. Okay. We'll talk in a moment.
We can never know whether lives were lost because this ship never launched, but it was... I have things I wish to discuss with you. When you have time.
Alright, let's have a chat with Andrasia here, see what she wants to say.
So, we finally have all the answers. And yet here I stand, feeling like I understand even less than I did before. This talk of the unity of a multiverse? Dead friends appearing again? It is all simply too much.
You don't seem too happy about any of this.
I do not see how any of this is cause for celebration.
Well, we finally know what the artifacts mean.
I suppose that is true, if what the Starborn have told us is also true. But that means... what? Someone steps into another universe? How can we just casually consider doing something like that?
It's okay to be scared. This is a huge leap.
Even if everything the Starborn have said is true, if you pass into this unity and come out in some other universe, look at who they are, and what they have become. They have the faces and voices of people you know, but are nothing like them. Are you not at all worried that the same fate would befall you? That you would become someone unrecognizable to the rest of us?
This is what exploring is really about. Taking risks. Venturing into the unknown.
Now you sound like Sarah. But you are not wrong. I will do my best to assume the best, but you cannot blame me for preparing for the worst. We should get back to it. Now that we know what to work towards, there's no time to waste.
Alright. You know, I reckon she's probably going to be a little bit more of a burden here if we took her with us. I wonder if we can get her to just wait here. I hope we come back. I hope this place doesn't just like...
What is it?
Completely self-destruct or something, but...
I will keep watch from here.
Sweet. Okay, good. Yeah, and we'll need to retrieve her at some point, but... Oh god. Didn't see that big hole there. Okay. I'm not sure if there's anything else to see on the outer structure, but we've got the power cell. So we're gonna try and head inside and see what's next. Okay. So, I guess maybe this is not exactly the way. Just rewarded us with a few more resources and stuff. Fair. So how do we get to our objective, though? That's what I'd like to know. Good thing is, it won't be too difficult to try and get back to Andrasia when we need her. I guess it's just follow this path, maybe. Alright. I think we're getting warmer. Hopefully. A NASA snow globe. I'll take that. Ooh, a NASA toy rocket. Looks kind of cool. I don't know how common it is to find some of this stuff, so that's why I'm just like taking a few souvenirs here and there. Clogging up the inventory again. More stuff in there, perhaps. I suppose if I really wanted more NASA stuff, I could always come back here. Alright, what is going on? Enter NASA. Locked with NASA access code. We've got another power receptacle there. Okay. So we've restored power to something. Maybe we needed to do that before we could actually enter here. Find information about NASA. Okay. Well, I think this is probably a good opportunity for us to take a break. I was sort of thinking that perhaps maybe we could go through the entire quest line in this episode, but I think not. I think there's probably still a little bit more to go. So yeah, let's come back to it, and in the next one we'll try and complete Unearthed. We'll obviously try and find information on NASA, maybe reveal the truth about Unity somewhat, and maybe the truth about grav jumping and grav technology as well. So yeah. Anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. If you did, definitely leave that like down below. Otherwise, stay true. I'll see you guys in the next one.